Welcome back to the PreVetted Podcast, where we spotlight extraordinary people and remarkable talent reshaping our world. Buckle up, folks. Today we are having an uncensored episode. Well, all of our episodes are uncensored, but we are unleashing Chris Champion. He is the no filter, values driven investor who can turn a half baked idea into a headline extra crispy. You should listen to Chris because he flipped more than 120 tech and crypto bets into solid gold and basically owns half of Vegas. Hello, Chris. How are you doing today?
I don't know if I own half of Vegas, but I think Vegas has half of my money still.
Yeah, but it sounds grandiose, right? It sounds better if I say it that way.
I will say somebody that does own half of Vegas and is probably the unofficial mayor of Vegas is Dana White from the UFC. Shut up.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Literally, I'm not kidding you, like the most popular human being in Las Vegas right now.
Right. He's big on UFC. Yeah.
Big on UFC, big on Power Slap, and plus, more than anything, he's a genuinely good human being to the people here in Vegas. Vegas is all about serving. There's a lot of service people in Vegas, and he takes care of everyone. Tips well, takes care of people well. He's just a genuinely good human being.
Right. Right. Yeah. I mean, when you get to a position of power and money, it's easy to basically be an asshole, right? So yeah, the way that I see it is that money and power multiplies whoever you are.
That is true. I've seen that in a lot of people.
Yeah, yeah. Awesome. So you do a lot of things. So we can start with investing if you like.
Somebody that wants to say hi.
Oh, hello.
This is Gracie.
Hello, Gracie. I have mine here.
Yeah?
Yeah, mine is the Schnauzer.
Is it Schnauzer?
Yeah,
Gracie, look what
so
you
we're
got.
both getting gray.
Trust me. I went beyond gray. I went straight to bald. Oh, what's his name?
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. See, Gracie? There's the great Obi-Wan. Now, you got to understand, when I do things in scale. So that's Gracie, and this is her brother Theo.
Hello, Theo. How are you doing today?
He likes to consider himself the king of security. See, you heard you laughing. He's like, wait a second, what are you laughing at? I am the king.
I am the king, of course.
And then for 6 weeks, we've got both their mothers. That's the brother and sister, and then the mother's here for 6 weeks while her owner is on a cruise ship working.
Oh, I see. So how many dogs do you have? 2?
I think I have too many. I think legally I have too many. I've got 4.
Wow.
I mean, I've got 4 now, but one of them's going back to Alaska in 4 weeks. That's the mother. But yeah, the 3 that are mine, they're here all the time. You know, it's kind of funny. I tell people, God didn't bless me with children. He blessed me with dogs. And in
Right.
some ways, they're like children. You have to feed them. You have to groom them. You have to take care of them. You have to show them attention. You have to give them love. And in return, what do you get? You get a ton of love all the time, every day. There's not
Yeah,
a
it's
single day where they don't love me.
it's amazing. The relationship with the dogs is amazing because they have this such unconditional love, right?
Yeah, I tell people all the time, God sends us angels in the form of dogs to watch over us as we watch over them.
Yes. And the level of excitement they have, even if you leave for 1 hour, is like, oh my God, you're back.
Well, when I leave for business trips, let's say 1 or 2 day trips, when I come back, it's like, oh my God, we didn't know if you were coming back. Literally the greatest enthusiasm you'll ever have. Like, you couldn't find a wife that is excited to see you again. You couldn't find children that excited to see you again. Well, when I come home, it's like 20 minutes of pure excitement.
Right. And you ought to to spend time with them, and just play with them for a little bit, and then it's status quo again. It's like everything is cool.
Well, it's funny. Usually, like, I get home late at night from a traveling trip, and for like 20 minutes they lose their mind. But then when I'm laying in bed, they're already asleep. They're like, they're so burnt out. They're like, oh my God, back to normal. He's in our bed.
Right. When I travel, my Obi loses weight because he doesn't eat as much, right? And then he plays with he's I don't know. Let me do the math. Yeah, like 30 pounds ish, right? Maybe a little bit less. Yeah.
But my little guys are 12 pounds. If they lose any weight, they'll disappear.
Disappear. Yes.
The only one that needs to lose weight in this family is me.
Right. Yeah, I'm working on that as well, losing weight.
Because the veterinarian that I take them to, last time he looked at me, he said, "Oh, they're fat. They got to lose about a pound each." And I'm like, "What What are you, fucking crazy? They're like 12 pounds. Like, it's funny because I give them a little bit of food. I try to like watch not to overfeed them. And the vet like looks at me. He's like, they're overweight. I'm like, what are you talking about? They're like literally 12 pounds.
They look great.
They miss lunch and dinner. They might be like on their last bed.
So one meal can change, a high percentage of their whole mass.
Yeah, I looked at him and I said, you sure you're not talking to me? I'm like, I get it. I got to lose weight. Those guys, they're fine.
Yeah, we have public and private hospitals, right? So the joke that we do is when you go to private hospitals, all the like for public hospital you can have a blood level pressure that considered high, but then when you go private, you can increase that number, right? So you can get away with higher pressure, because you're paying premium, you're paying first class. So.
That is true. That is true. It's funny. I think a lot of people put a lot of pressure on hospitals and doctors to tell them about their body, when in reality, we should research our body because it's something we own. When we're born, we're given this body. So we should learn about our body. We should learn about what makes our body healthy and unhealthy. And it's only later in life that I've actually learned how sugar is a silent killer and how my body literally needs to fuel itself, not feed itself. So many times people are worried about feeding their body. And when you feed it, yeah, you can overeat because you're feeding, you're just enjoying the taste. But you have to fuel your body. You have to give your body what you know it needs. In the morning, it needs something easy to digest that's protein based. In the afternoon, the middle part of the day, that's when your body can eat something heavy. And then by 6 o'clock, you should stop feeding your body entirely and let 12 hours pass. Because the reason why they call it a breakfast the next day is because you're breaking your fast. You should be fasting for 12 hours.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see.
Most people don't understand. Breakfast means you're breaking your fast.
Right. That comes from the medieval times, right?
When when they were much more healthier.
Right. Yeah. And it was mostly vegetables, and rare was very, meat was very rare, right? No pun intended, right?
Yeah, exactly. No pun intended. Yeah, and bread. Like they made bread back in the old days so much different than it is today. Like today, bread is made with GMOs and preservatives, and it's dramatically different than when they made it themselves. Like I make cupcakes and I make bread in my household, and when you make bread, it's so much different than the bread you buy in the store.
Yes, it's so much better, and it's healthier. It doesn't last as long, right?
No, you got to eat it fairly quickly because my bread at about day 3 starts getting moldy because I haven't eaten it.
Right. What I learned is that you can freeze it, right? You can slice it and freeze it, and then you can toast it. So that way it kind of lasts longer and it's still fresh bread.
Well, I don't even know how they're making bread and especially bagels, last and preserve so well. And I keep thinking to myself, I'm like, what the fuck are they putting in that shit?
One of the things that I learned with, industrialized bread is that the conservatives, if you toast it, they go away, right? At least the majority of it, right? So that helps, but nothing beats, when you make it yourself, right?
That is true. Yeah, like I said, my grandmother, she made bread and she baked and cooked when we were kids growing up. And all I remember is I love the smell of baking bread. I love the smell of fresh muffins. I just, there's something about it. It just smells better. The house smells better. You put the egg wash on the top of the bread and it gets crispy. And yeah, I'm telling you, there's something about a house when it has fresh bread in the oven and it comes out, especially when it's fresh and it's sat there for a little bit. You take a little piece off and it's just put a little bit of butter in there and let the butter just melt right into the bread.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah. We used to do butter and salt.
It's funny. My grandmother did butter and basil. She'd literally break up a little basil and put it on, and then she'd put a little bit of garlic powder. And I'm not kidding you. You put a little bit of garlic powder, butter, then garlic powder, then basil. The actual basil leaves, but you got to tear it so it has that little juice that comes out of the leaves that smells like basil. Then you put it on the bread, and I'm not kidding you. If you want, you can put a tomato on top of that, but I'm telling you, that's so good.
Now you remind me another recipe we do with bread, which is similar. We put garlic, we scrape garlic on the bread, and then we put olive oil, and then we toast it. and it's
Okay, so my favorite is olive oil, fresh grated Parmesan, and a little bit of balsamic vinegar with some oregano at the base. And then you dip that in, and then you dip it in some Parmesan, grated Parmesan cheese.
wow.
So good. For some reason, olive oil and balsamic vinegar, just a little bit, such a good flavor.
Yes, yes. It took me 2 or 3 years to find a good olive oil here in Mexico. So I moved from Argentina to Mexico like 17 years ago, and olive oil was one of the things that I missed the most.
You know, with olive oil, you have to get virgin olive oil. You got to really look for virgin olive oil. A lot
Yes.
of olive oil these days is not virgin olive oil and it's cheaper. But if you get virgin olive oil, I'm telling you, there's something a little bit better about it.
Yeah, I mean, for when you're cooking to fry something, it doesn't make much of a difference. But when you're making salads, when you're making this, toast, where you actually taste the
Flavor.
flavor of the
Yeah, the
olive.
flavor.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I got to tell you, olive oil is one of my favorite oils to work with, whether it's cooking or just dipping for bread. It's the best oil out there. I can't think of a better oil.
Right, right. I heard good recommendations about coconut oil, which is
You
something
know,
I
I have heard that, and I recently used coconut oil to make blueberry muffins,
right.
and it's very yeah, it's very very light. It's a lighter oil than olive oil. It's not as heavy.
Yes, yes. I mean, I ended up using it mostly to fry rather than, but for the salads, for, bakery, for, anything where because when you use it for frying, you don't feel the flavor of the oil as much, right? But
I think anybody watching this interview is gonna go right away in the middle of the interview and say, "Listen, I'm hungry. I'm starving." You're literally gonna make people hungry. People are gonna be like, "Fuck! I want some fresh bread. I want to get some olive oil. I want to get some fresh grated Parmesan. I want to get a little balsamic."
yes, yes. They came expecting a different conversation, and now we're talking
They
about
came
food.
expecting business a conversation, and here they're like, "My God, I need to get some fresh bread." I
Hi,
guarantee you, 9 out of 10 people that watch this podcast immediately went to the grocery store and got some fresh bread.
honey, where is the olive oil?
Yeah, exactly. Honey, I'm starving. I need
I'm
some bread,
starving.
grated Parmesan, olive oil, and balsamic.
I was hearing this podcast, and now I'm super hungry.
Honey, do we have any fresh basil?
We're going to leave the recipes at the end of the podcast, in the notes.
That is true.
Yes, yes. As I mentioned, I come back from Argentina a few weeks ago, and they have fresh pasta. So they make the pasta, and it lasts around a day or two, and it's fresh. So you can take it from the shop, and then you can put it on boiling water, and then they give you the sauce, so you can make your own. And it's so different than everything else, because when you buy like pre-made pasta, like dry pasta, no, this is different. This has to be refrigerated all the way through until you cook it, and you basically buy it for the night, for the next day. Don't wait longer because it's going to go bad. And there is a thing about flavors. So here in Mexico they have goat, the dulce de leche, and dulce de leche cabra is it's a sweetened made out of milk. In Mexico they do it out of goat milk, and in Argentina they do it based on cow milk. Right? And the flavor is different. And I bought some alfajores, which are like this chocolate cookie, right, with dulce de leche in the middle, right. And it's so delicious. And I tried some sweets here, and they're similar, but they're not the same, right? We get attached to the flavors, right, with our experiences, right. The flavors we grew up with, right? So when I went back there, and oh man, I ate so much stuff that I shouldn't eat, right? That it was amazing. Empanadas,
I love good
yeah,
fresh empanadas. Fresh.
fresh, yes. So there is a place where they sell you the empanadas frozen, and then you put it in the oven and you cook them. So they're fresh. Oh man, it was so good. And then we went because we were on the Buenos Aires downtown, and they have this old. It's kind of like Paris, Barcelona. They have this uniqueness where you go and they have these old places with a lot of history, vintages. They have and then you go to this little table and you have this cafe, and then they have these the pizzas, Ugazzetta. There are a lot of Italians that went from Italy to Argentina back in the 1940s, right? So a lot of them put pizzerias and empanadas, and it's so amazing. And coming back to that, going through that, journey of flavors, man, that was so good.
You know what? You should bring your podcast to Lubbock, Texas, where we're doing the Podcaster Summit. We've got 60 podcasters. We've invited over 3,000 creators. It's a 2-day event. I'm telling you, if you want to come, I'll give you a podcast bay to set up. And I'm not kidding you. You could talk about food all day long. People will love it.
Sounds interesting. Yeah. I was going to ask you about that event because you mentioned somewhere in the emails, and I wanted to ask you a little bit more about what it is. What are you guys doing? Sounds
People
interesting.
love live podcast interviews. And podcasting is such a growing vertical, and people love good conversations, organic conversations. So what we did was we rented out a 100,000 square foot facility called Golf Suites. You ever go to the golf suites where you hit the golf ball and you hit it out and just do the practice? Well, each bay has a podcast in it. It's a big bay. And literally people can watch a live podcast interview for 2 days straight. We have a private dinner. We have 2 private breakfasts. We got a wellness lounge where we've got people showcasing wellness products. We got an opportunity zone where people get a chance to meet businesses that are looking to find entrepreneurs that want to take advantage of an opportunity or even a side hustle. And if you think about it, it's 2 days kicking off college football season in Lubbock, Texas, where Texas Tech, a top 10 ranked college football team, is in. And we've got college football, we've got podcasts, we got empanadas, we got bread. I'm telling you, we're going to have empanadas there. It's in Texas, so I promise you we'll find a place that makes empanadas.
And ribs, right? They have ribs.
Oh my God. Like, you want to go have good barbecue? Go to Texas.
I haven't been to Texas, but I heard that the ribs are really, really good.
Then you got to come. You got to make it 2 days. Come there. I'm telling you, you'll host your podcast. You'll love Texas. You'll love the ribs. I'm not kidding you. Texas and barbecue and football, those 3 things, that's a good time.
Sounds like a lovely time, yeah.
Yeah, August 25th and 26th. You should definitely make time. It'll literally level up. You yourself will be able to do multiple podcast interviews over the course of 2 days.
Right. Yeah, I'm planning to do that. Something similar. I'm going to the last Ruby on Rails conference, which is in Philly.
The last what?
So Ruby on Rails is a language programming, right? I'm a software engineer, right? And I've been working with Ruby on Rails since.
What's the name of the song? I'm an engineer too.
Oh, nice.
What's it
Ruby
called?
Ruby on Rails.
Ruby on Rails. Yes, I know Ruby on Rails.
So Twitter ran with Rails. Many other platforms did it.
Yeah, it's amazing when you think about some of these platform languages and how they were created, and then now they support so many platforms. I mean, you look at Python. Python's so powerful right now.
Yeah, with the LLM libraries and AI. Yep. Yeah. Oh, and crypto. Yeah, that's true.
Crypto, LLM, AI. Yeah, Python's huge.
It's getting much more attention. Yeah. So I don't know exactly what happened, but they announced at the beginning of the year that this was going to be the last Rails conference.
Really?
Yes.
Rest in peace, Ruby on Rails.
So yeah, I think that it's coming a pickup of there's more demand of startups using Rails, but yeah, the RailsConf is done, and now they're going to do the RubyConf instead, right? So I don't know, but anyway, I thought, okay, this is a good thing to go, right? And it's going to be the last one. I want to be part of that, right? Yeah. So I'm bringing my equipment to do some interviews, live.
Smart.
Yeah. So that's going to be the first time I'm going to do that, right? So it's going to be interesting. Sorry?
What's the dates?
July 7th to the 11th. So I might still have time.
The summit we're hosting in Texas is August 25th and 26th. So you get plenty of time to plan them.
Yes. Yeah. Sounds interesting. Yeah. You should send me more information after this.
Send you. Well, you can. All the information's on wearechampionai.com.
Okay. Great. Yeah.
I'll send you the link.
Sounds good. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I find this dynamic of podcasting very interesting, and I think it's a great way to know people in a much more meaningful level than
Yeah,
than
you build great connections with people that I consider are higher value. Anybody that's doing podcast is usually organized, entrepreneurial, has a story to tell, knows how to communicate that story. I find that it's a group of people, and the space is blowing up and growing like crazy, but it's a group of people that have high value to give.
Yes, yes, and they have something interesting to talk about, right?
Speaking of high value, whoever invented a pretzel, a little pretzel like this, stuffed with peanut butter, genius. Absolute fucking genius.
Talking about food, yeah.
We're not going to talk about anything entrepreneurial today. We're just going to cover all the food categories. We started with bread, balsamic vinegar, olive oil. Now we're on to peanut butter. It's funny. When I was growing up as a kid, I hated peanut butter. Hated it. Now as an adult, I love it.
Really?
Yeah. It's weird how your body changes.
Right, right. What do you think is that? You enjoy the sweetness?
I don't know if I enjoy the sweetness as much as I just enjoy the flavor of peanut butter, the flavor of it. Maybe it's because I like peanuts more, but I think at the core of it, I understand what peanut butter is for my body. So peanut butter is protein, small little bits of protein.
Yes.
So at the end of the day, my body craves protein because that's the fuel that ultimately generates muscle and helps your body grow.
Right. So think of dulce de leche as peanut butter, right? It's very similar.
Well,
Dulce de
what's
leche has much more sugar though, right?
sugar and caramel, isn't it?
Is yes, you get milk and then you heat it up slowly until you make caramel and then you add sugar. So it's
Yeah.
less healthy, but it has an important role in the culture.
Yeah. One thing I've learned as I got older is that sugar slowly kills your body. Sugar slowly attacks your body over time. Everything in
Yes.
moderation is okay, but we live in a society where children, especially, are being given so much sugar that it's making them addicted to sugar so that they continue to feed their body sugar. And over time, that sugar can cause diabetes, can cause heart disease, overweightness. It's so bad for your body. And over time, sugar will kill you.
Yes, yes, and the idea of you can compensate the calories intake with exercise doesn't make sense because when you see the numbers, they have to exercise 12 hours a day, right? Which is
Well, if you go
nobody
look at
does.
like Starbucks, when they give you a coffee and they pump it and they put the whipped cream and they put so much shit in there, you're not drinking coffee anymore. Like I go drink coffee with friends sometimes, and when I drink, whether we're at breakfast or something, I drink coffee. I drink black coffee. I like black coffee. Why? Because I like the flavor of coffee. I like the smell of fresh ground coffee. I love coffee. But by the time my friends get their coffee, it's got cream, it's got caramel, it's got whipped cream, it's got all these sugar products in there. And at the end of the day, when you look at that, you say to yourself, well, that's not coffee. That's a cup full of sugar.
Sugar with coffee, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And they add sugar to kill the bitterness. Either because they burn the coffee beans or because the coffee is not good, it's not such a good quality, right?
Yeah, it's crazy. And I don't think people understand that coffee tastes delicious. It tastes very good.
Yes, but if you're used to added sugar, then you have
You
to
don't
go
even
through
know what coffee tastes like anymore. Plus,
yeah,
by the
yeah,
time
yeah.
you add all the cream and the sugar, it makes coffee lukewarm or even not even warm at all. And I like hot coffee. I like tasting it and putting my hand around it when it's hot. I like hot coffee. Like, I don't think people understand. Hot coffee is designed to warm up your body. It's designed to go down there and wake your body up and put something warm in your belly.
Right, right.
By the
And
time you have all the cream and the whipped cream and the sugars and all that bullshit, it's not even warm anymore. It's like you're lucky if it's lukewarm.
Yes, yes. So my dad used to have lots of sugar in his coffee, right? And then the doctor said, no more sugar.
Well, I've seen people like grab 3 bags of sugar, tap it, tear the top off, and pour it in their sugar in their coffee. And I think
Before they even taste it.
yeah, I think to myself, I'm like, buddy, do you even know what that's going to taste like when you get all that sugar in there? It's going to be like, it's not even going to taste like coffee anymore.
Right, yeah. And they do it mostly because they're used to, not because,
Habit.
Yeah, it's
And the funny
habit.
thing is, I don't think people realize when you just drink coffee, there are different flavors of coffee. Like coffee tastes different based on the beans and where it's from. You get a dark roast coffee, you taste very dark, strong coffee. You get a lighter roast, you get something that's lighter, and it just tastes different. And when I tell people, hey, I know what I like as a coffee, they're like, oh, the beans don't matter. Well, yeah, no, the beans do matter. It does matter where you get the beans from.
Yes, I mean the height and the humidity
Sure,
throughout the
6 out of 10
years.
people that watch this interview are going to go get a warm cup of coffee and look at it differently. Next time they go to Starbucks, they're going to be like, I'll try a black coffee. I've heard that's good.
Yes, yes, you should try black coffee.
Funny thing
It's
is,
good.
there's a coffee place by my house, and I want to say it's like Dutch Brothers or something. And the line of cars there is crazy, but they get you through very quickly. And when I go through there, it's amazing. Like I asked for a black coffee, and it's like $1.50. And my friends are like ordering coffees, and it's like $7, $8 for a coffee. But it's not even coffee by the time they put all that shit in there. It's like, it's almost like a dessert.
Yeah, I mean the frappuccinos and whatnot, and all that stuff is sugar over sugar and
Whipped cream,
caramel.
and it's all the whipped cream too. And by the way, that whipped cream they put in there, that's heavy whipped cream with sugar added to. So you're not just getting whipped cream, you're getting whipped cream with sugar added on top of all the sugar they just put in there. You're basically getting a cup of
Right. Yeah. 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 So it takes a while. If you're used to have a coffee with sugar, it takes 3 or 4 weeks to get used to. But man, oh man, after that, you're going to enjoy a good coffee, and you're going to enjoy the nuances of the different flavors, which is something that with sugar you basically kill all of that. Yeah. And then the drawback with that is that you start learning about bad coffee, right? If you go to a gas station and you get a coffee, right, it's not going to be good, right? Or if it's get overburned, like it keeps, there's some coffee makers that,
or if it's sat out forever and then you just
right.
get a fresh cup. And it's funny too because people use these Keurigs, which are little plastic things you put in and make coffee. And I'm not kidding you. Like whenever I drink those, I'm like I can taste the burnt plastic. It's weird. It doesn't.
You can taste the burnt plastic.
Yeah, those things are horrific. I like coffee that's made from fresh ground beans, and literally, the best coffee you can get is when you do a French press. When you put the ground beans in and hot water added to it, then you just press it and let it sit. That's great coffee.
Yeah. So I bought my wife a French press coffee machine that also has insulated walls, so you can keep the coffee hot for a while. So I bought. Yeah, yeah. It's like 8 hours or so, right?
Wait a second. I actually like this. Where'd you get it from? Amazon?
So I got it in Phoenix actually. There was an Overland event, and I went there and I saw it. And I don't have it here with me, but it's orange. Like they have multiple colors, and I can send you the link.
Wow, it sounds great. So French press insulated walls.
Yes. And it also has a valve on the French press. So when you push down the press, then the beans are isolated from the coffee.
This is so crazy. I just went on Amazon and looked for it, and I actually think I found it. Is that it?
That's the one. Yes. Yes.
Holy shit, that looks awesome.
I mean, it's not cheap, but it's great.
Well, let's see. $58, not bad. That's not too bad.
Yeah, but sometimes you find on Amazon, the tendency has been cheaper and cheaper stuff that it's bad quality, right? So when you see that price and you don't know the story, you will hesitate, right? It's like, why am I going to spend?
This is actually gorgeous. Yeah, that's a white
there
one.
you go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it has the base has a non-slip surface, so it's designed to use on boats. So
yeah,
that way.
I think you just made me find a new French press. I'm going to buy one of these.
Yes, it's amazing. I love it. But here's the thing. I bought a small one, right?
What's
2 cups of coffee.
The 32 ounce or the 48 ounce?
I don't remember. There's one that the small one you can use it as a mug basically, right? So I bought that one for my wife. She loves coffee. Yeah, it's very small,
Oh, okay. Yeah, these are like 32 ounces. They're pretty big.
Yeah. So then I bought that one, the one that you're talking about, the big one, because my wife loved it, but then she would run out of coffee very quickly, right? And then I went back to another expo where I found them again, and I was like, you guys are amazing. What is the biggest, what is the biggest French press that you have? I want one, give me one. So they gave me the 32 or 48, whatever it is. We go through 3 or 4 of those a day. So we drink a lot of coffee.
I didn't even know that they had insulated ones like this that keep it warm. See, with French press, I always usually eat it quickly or drink it quickly because it gets cool over time, and it's in a glass one. It's a
Right.
clear glass, and this is great.
And when you're traveling, you can use the mugs, the insulated mugs, which is okay. But I prefer to have coffee in a real mug, ceramic mug, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, that way, I think it's part of the ceremony, right? The ceremony of, pour the coffee, you wait at the right temperature, enjoy it, right?
Yeah, this. I mean, you've opened my eyes to all kinds of new things. I love this.
I have a big battery on the roof and solar panels, so I have an off-grid installation.
Do you have one of those Elon Musk ones, the Starlink?
The Yeah, actually, I have three Starlinks. It's a long story, but yeah,
Oh, you do?
yes, yes.
How's the quality on Starlink? I'm curious.
So I basically split the antenna in half and stick it on the
Okay.
roof of my truck, and I use it when I'm driving off road. So usually I use it when I am in off the grid situations where there's no cell phone signal, right? And we went to the beach in the middle of nowhere and we were watching streaming F1. One of my friends wanted to stream F1 Formula 1, the race. So he was watching that, and somebody else was watching Netflix, and everybody was catching up on WhatsApp or whatever with family, saying we're okay, we're alive, and we're enjoying a beautiful beach, right? So it works great. They kind of increased the price recently, so that it's not so good, but the speed is really good, right? It's almost as good as having a home connection, right? So
Really?
5 computers, like you can have 3 people streaming at the same time. You can have a phone call, right? The only issue that I have, but that's me, right? Because I split the antenna in half, is I have to position the truck where I don't have any blockages, right? Trees and things like that would not allow you to use the thing, right? Or you start to have you start to lose packages, right? So if you're downloading a movie, it's fine, but if you're having a phone call, then you're going to have on and off moments, right? And that's not good, right? So it depends, right? But I use it with my family on my mother on my wife's side. They have a ranch in the middle of nowhere. So I go with the antenna, and then we can be on the holidays having internet, so I can continue working a little bit, a few hours a day, but we can stay there for a few weeks, and I don't have to worry about what's going on. When you're running a company, there's so many things that are going on that you need to be there, right? You need to be there. You want to be there. You want to see what's going on, right? So for me, it's peace of mind of I know that I can be in the middle of nowhere and I can have a phone call with a client if I need to, or if I need to talk with an employee, I can do that, right? There's so many things that for me it makes sense, right?
Elon Musk has contributed so much to society and humanity. It's amazing.
Yes, yes. He's a very particular person, right? Because he doesn't think as everybody else thinks, right? And he has a very unique way to try to think about doing business, right? Sometimes I don't get it until whatever it is develops, and I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense now, right? So I realize that
What
I'm
he's doing with an AI is going to be a game changer.
yes, yes. He was pushing to get OpenAI actually open, so yeah, I think
I
he's
think what happened with him and OpenAI was criminal. I think they basically took his money and they stole from him, and it's criminal what they did to him.
yeah, they didn't follow the spirit of the agreement.
Well, not only the spirit, but the actual company's name was OpenAI,
Yes.
and it was supposed to be an open source project. He gave $100 million to get them off the ground on that pretense, and then they basically screwed him and cut him out of the business.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's super bad. Yeah, but it happens, right? When you're investing in companies, sometimes you find those type of drama, right?
That is true. That is super true. This is a good platform, Riverside.
Yeah.
Riverside, and also there's another one called Descript. That's good too.
Really, I
Yeah, they
haven't
do the
tried that
same.
one.
They do the same thing as Riverside with localized video. Very good platforms, both.
Interesting. I'll check it out.
Sounds good. Listen, I've enjoyed chopping it up with you. Hopefully, I'll get a chance to see you down in Lubbock, Texas.
Yes, yes, that would be interesting to go. I'm looking forward to it.
He's Federico Ramallo. I'm Chris Champion. This has been a blast.
Right, right. Thank you for being here today, Chris. Looking forward to
Oh, I
see you in
appreciate it.
person.
You turned me on to a French press. It's going to come from Amazon tomorrow. I'm literally going to make coffee right away in it to see what it tastes like.
So I do overland, right? I have an overland community, and we go camping to different places. And every new person that shows up, I tell them we are a bad influence, right? Because we show them like high quality gear, like the French press, right? That is more expensive than other stuff, but it's so good, right? That
Yeah, that
it's
I could see
worthwhile.
that French press being great for when you're camping because like it's so good. You could literally just put your ground coffee in there, some hot water, and you'll have hot coffee for 8 hours, 4 hours later.
Yeah. And we have a grinder, a USB-C grinder. So we grind at the moment, and then no, it's amazing. Oh, and by the way, it has a wide opening, so it's very easy to use, very easy to clean. We love it. So
Yeah.
thank you very much, Chris, for being here. Looking forward to see you in person.
Sounds good, my friend. I'll see you soon.
Great.